This is the Listen Up Girl podcast, and today is Saturday, December the 20th. I'm Zach Randolph-Friedman, and today we're breaking down the stories that shaping LGBTQ lives right now, from federal policy that could dramatically impact trans youth to backlash against anti-pride politics, culture shifts, data privacy concerns, and moments of queer visibility and resistance. Let's get into it. First, RFK Jr. proposes national ban on gender-affirming care for trans youth. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has announced a sweeping proposal that would effectively ban gender-affirming care for trans youth across the United States. Speaking at a press conference on December 18th on behalf of the Department of Health and Human Services, Kennedy said the government, under his leadership and the direction of President Trump, would do everything in its power to stop unsafe, irreversible practice that put our children at risk. The proposal would prohibit any hospital that provides gender-affirming health care, including puberty blockers, hormone therapy, or surgeries, to minors from participating in Medicare and Medicaid programs. It would also block Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program from covering gender-affirming care for youth. CMS Administrator Mehet Oz echoed that position, claiming that children deserve protection and not experimental interventions, and arguing that hospitals receiving federal funds should not perform what he described as unproven procedures. Medical associations, including the American Academy of Pediatrics and American Medical Association, have long rejected those claims, stating that gender-affirming care is evidence-based, life-saving, and supported by decades of research. The public now has 60 days to submit comments on the proposal, a period expected to draw intense national attention and legal scrutiny. Next, Sniffies drops 2025 data, and Melbourne, Australia, leads the way. In much lighter and very gay news, cruising app Sniffies has released its 2025 user data following similar year-end drops from Spotify and Grindr. According to the data, more than 2.1 million users participated in over 200,000 cruising groups worldwide this year. The most popular group, Pump and Dump, drawing nearly 600,000 attendees globally. And when it comes to euthanism, Melbourne has officially earned the title of Global Capital of Swallowing, boasting the highest percentage of self-identified swallowers on the app. Sniffies' chief marketing officer, Eli Martin, told Star Observer that the data proves users aren't just fantasizing, they're acting. From lunch breaks to parks to groups, he said the cruisers are turning curiosity into real-world experiences. Consider Melbourne crowned. So again, this is LGBTQ plus news, so it could be anything. It's not always about politics or Trump or this and that, so I cover it all. Even though I want to laugh sometimes, I cover it all. Next, California City rejects MAGA mayor's anti-pride push. Palm Desert, California became the site of a major pride showdown this week after its MAGA-aligned mayor attempted to roll back the city's support for LGBTQ plus visibility. Mayor Joe Pardito introduced a resolution that would strip Palm Desert's pride proclamation of references to diversity, equity, inclusion, and ban pride banners from City Hall in the name of government neutrality. The move sparked an emergency city council meeting on December 16th that drew hundreds of residents. After more than 3 hours of public debate and 49 out of 50 speakers opposing the proposal, the city council voted 4-1 to reject it. Local resident Jacob Frick, who has lived in Palm Desert with his husband for 11 years, warned that the proposal sent a chilling message. For queer residents and tourists, he said, that implies you're not welcome here. Even if it doesn't pass, damage has already been done. This time, the community pushed back and won. It's very strange to me that they would want to do that to a city like Palm Springs that is basically held together on the dollar of the LGBTQ plus community. Next, Bowen Yang set to exit SNL. Bowen Yang is officially departing Saturday Night Live, marking the end of a hysteric and groundbreaking run. Yang's final episode of cast member will air this Saturday, with Ariana Grande hosting and Cher serving as the musical guest, a fittingly iconic send-off. As one of SNL's most visible and influential queer performers, Yang helped reshape the show's voice, blending sharp political satire and unapologetic queer humor. His departure closes a major chapter and opens the door for whatever comes next. Next, we go to Kevin Spacey returns to TV. Kevin Spacey is set to return to television for the first time since 2017. The actor will star in Mini Market, a low-budget Italian comedy series produced for Italy's public broadcaster, a controversial move that already is drawing criticism. Spacey has faced multiple sexual misconduct allegations over the years and has been attempting to rebuild his career despite widespread backlash. The decision by RAI raises ongoing questions about accountability, rehabilitation, and who gets second chances and why. Next, TikTok accused of tracking Grindr users. A European agency advocacy group has accused TikTok of monitoring users' activity on Grindr through a third-party tracking service, potentially violating EU privacy laws. The allegation raises serious concerns about how sensitive LGBTQ-related data is collected, shared, and protected, particularly when it involves location-based apps tied to sexual orientation. If confirmed, the case could lead to a major regulatory consequence under Europe's strict data protection framework. Next, trans athlete Cal Calamia changes the game. I wasn't going to give up just because I'm trans. That's the message from the elite runner Cal, who spent years pushing for inclusion in competitive racing, including helping advocate for non-binary divisions at world marathon majors. Through persistence and public advocacy, Cal has helped open space for athletes to compete authentically, not just in a sport, but in visibility. Next, anti-trans judicial nominee grilled in Senate hearing. An anti-trans judicial nominee faced intense questioning this week during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing. President Trump's nominee, Indiana attorney Justin Olson, was pressed on past statements related to gender, marriage, and disability rights. Olson is affiliated with the Independent Council on Women's Sports, a group known for suing universities and the NCAA over trans-inclusive athletes' policies. Lawmakers questioned whether those views would compromise his ability to rule fairly from the bench. And our last story is the UK government doubles funding for global LGBTQI solidarity. Finally, some good news. GiveOut has announced that the UK government, through Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, has committed an additional £200,000 in match funding to its LGBTQI Solidarity Fund. The funding will support LGBTQI organizations across the globe, many in which are battling new waves of anti-LGBTQ legislation while defending decades of hard-won progress. The match funding means every donation will go twice as far, providing vital resources to communities under threat. Those are the stories shaping our world right now, from policy fights and privacy battles to community resistance and global solidarity. I'm Zach Reynolds-Friedman, and this has been Listen Up, Girl. If these stories matter to you, share the episodes, stay loud, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.